Hello children, welcome to this video. In today's video, we are going to see from the subject English for grade 3, a topic from your English textbook, a visit to Jaipur. So till now we have seen a lot of stories, lot of poems we have seen from our English textbook. So this particular topic, a visit to Jaipur, it's actually in a letter form. So it's a non-fictional piece. It is written in the form of a letter. So who is writing this letter? We have a character named Riya. She is writing this letter to a boy, Raja. Okay, so Riya and Raja, as we do not have much information about them, let us assume that they were friends. So from the initial part, what we can understand is Riya and Raja were together, and Raja has moved to London and he is studying in Seven Oaks School now. So Riya, she went on a trip recently and she is sharing her experiences to Raja through this letter. Okay. So then she goes on to explain how the trip went on and other things. We'll be seeing it through this letter. So shall we start with the letter now? Okay. So as you can see, the title is A Visit to Jaipur. So from this what we can understand is this letter or the place where Riya went is Jaipur. So Jaipur is the capital of the state Rajasthan from our country India. You all must have studied it also. So now today we are going to see about Jaipur. We are going to see what is there in Jaipur and what is so special about Jaipur through Riya, through her experience. Not only Raja is going to get to know, even we are going to learn about Jaipur today. So yes, as the title goes, a visit to Jaipur. So this is Riya's visit to Jaipur. So she is sharing her experience with us. So before we move on, there are a lot of modes of transport, children. You all know which we use to travel to different places. So in this particular, you can note down through this letter, through this fictional, non-fictional prose piece, you can know the different forms of transport which Riya is using also. Okay, so yes, from this picture we can see that Raja has got the letter from Riya, so he is ready to read that. Okay, so let us read the letter along with Raja. So the letter starts with this. Number 2, Fairview Apartment, Kolkata 25. So this is nothing but Riya's address. So you all must have studied in your class 2 informal letter writing, right? So in that you know the format, right? First you have your sender's address, and then you have the date, salutation and body of the letter. So they have given us in the same format. Number 2, Fairview Apartment, Kolkata 25 is nothing but it is Riya's address, and then comes the date, which is 21st March 2019. This is the day on which Riya is writing the letter. So the letter starts with the salutation, Dear Raja. So here you can see, Dear Raja, how are you? I have been missing you very much since you left school and joined Seven Oaks School in London. So from this we can understand that Riya and Raja were schoolmates. Yes, so they both were studying together in the same school, and recently Raja has left the school where Riya was also studying, and he has moved to London, and there he is studying in Seven Oaks School. So when Riya is starting the letter, she is asking him, how are you? That's how we start a letter, right? How are you? How is your health? How is your family? We just inquire about the other person's wellness, and then we move on with the letter. Do you like your new school? Have you made some new friends there? So next Riya goes on to ask, do you like your new school where you have joined? Have you made any new friends there? How is it? How is it going on? She is inquiring in this letter. Now, so then she comes to the main part of the letter, which is, earlier this month we had a long break. So earlier meaning this letter was written in the month of March. So before March, in the beginning of March, Riya had a long break from her school. My dad decided to take us all to Jaipur, the capital city of Rajasthan. So she goes on to explain that her father decided to take all of them, the family, to Jaipur. Jaipur is nothing but the capital city of Rajasthan. So they were planning to go there. And this trip was for a few days. It was a short trip. It was not a very long one. They had a break at school. So for that break, they were planning to go to Jaipur. Why they wanted to go? They felt that we wanted to enjoy some Rajasthani food and catch a glimpse of Rajasthani culture. So why did they go to Jaipur? They wanted to enjoy some authentic Rajasthani food and also see the culture, experience the culture of Rajasthan from that particular state itself, how it would be. So to have an experience, and since Riya had a break from school, her father planned for this trip. So Riya was very excited to get ready to see how is Rajasthan and also catch a glimpse of the Rajasthani culture. So from Kolkata, yes, they were living in Kolkata. So from Kolkata, we took a plane to New Delhi. So through a aeroplane from Kolkata, they reached New Delhi and then hired a car till Jaipur. So from New Delhi to Jaipur, they didn't go through any other transport. They went through a car. Riya's father hired a car, and in that car, they were traveling from New Delhi to Jaipur. Though Jaipur has a large airport, we wanted to enjoy a road trip. Yes, so from Kolkata to Jaipur also there were flights going on, but still they wanted to enjoy the road trip to Jaipur. How are the roads? They wanted to get that feel. So that's why they went to New Delhi, and from there they went on a road trip to Jaipur. So here they have used two modes of transport. One is the air transport flight and the other one is the taxi, which is a road transport. You see, Dad had booked 2 rooms in the tourist lodge. Okay, now after reaching the Jaipur, where will they stay? So now Riya is going on to explain about that, as her father had booked a room in a tourist lodge which was run by the Rajasthan Tourism Board. So Rajasthan Tourism Board has lots of, they operate many lodges, and the tourist lodges. So Riya's father, he booked 2 rooms in one of the tourist lodge in Jaipur. So now she goes on to explain about her trip. Okay, now Riya, till now she has told to Raja as to how did she travel from Kolkata to Jaipur and how was her journey and why they chose which mode of transport and everything she has explained. Now she is going on to say, after they reached Jaipur and after they went and they settled in the lodge, what did they do? We arrived in the evening and decided to rest for the night. So coming through aeroplane and then with a road trip, they reached Jaipur by evening. So after that they decided to rest for the night. So after that they didn't want to travel anywhere. So they wanted to rest for that particular night. Early next morning, so the next day morning, we went to visit the Amber Fort. So their first place of visit in Jaipur was the Amber Fort. So then the next day morning, early morning, they got up and got ready and they visited this Amber Fort. We took a taxi to this beautiful fort. So how did they go? Inside Jaipur, they were mostly traveling through taxi only. That's how the letter goes by. So they were traveling inside the city when they were moving. They were using the road transport. And so they took a taxi from their tourist lodge to the Amber Fort. They took a taxi. That was about 10 kilometers from our hotel. So the distance between, she's also going on to say the distance, like she's giving a clear idea as to how was her trip, how did they plan, what was the distance, what was the time taken. So all those things she is giving an idea. So in a way it would be very useful for the other person when they want to plan a trip. It would be useful for them also. So that was about 10 kilometers. So from their hotel to the Amber Fort, it was a 10-kilometer ride. Dad hired a local guide who told us about this old fort. So after reaching Amber Fort, what did happen? Riya's father, he hired a local guide. Guide is nothing but a person who takes the tourists around. When you go to any tourist place, we might not know about that place. We might not know much details about the heritage, the culture, or the importance of that place. So guide is a person who will explain us, who will take us as to what we should see in that place, what are the important areas to look at, how we should go about to see. They will guide us, they will take us through the place. So once reaching the Amber Fort, Ria's father, he hired a local guide who told them about this Amber Fort and its history. So it's not only that he took them to each and every place, he told about the history of the fort, like when it was built, how it was built, who built it, all the old history, all the information, he shared it with Ria and her father. And as we walked to the fort, he just took them to the he just gave them a full view of the fort. He took them to each and every place there and he explained about each and every place. The magnificent fort comprises a palace complex built from pale yellow and pink stones. Now Ria goes on to explain about how is this palace made. What is this palace about? How is it made? Actually, it's a magnificent. Magnificent means grand. It's a very grand and attractive and it's a grander fort which comprises a palace complex. This fort has a palace also within it and it is built from pale yellow and pink stones. So what was this palace made of? It was made of pale yellow and pink stones. Those are the kind of stones with which this palace was built. This palace complex is divided into 4 sections, each with its own courtyard. So this palace has 4 sections. So it had 4 sections and each section had its own courtyard. Courtyard is nothing but the place where the king will meet all his ministers and everything will happen inside the palace. So this palace had 4 courtyards. We entered Amber Fort through the Suraj Pole Sun Gate. So as already told, the palace had 4 sections. They entered the palace through Suraj Pole Sun Gate. Through that entrance, through that way, they entered the palace, which leads to the Jaleb Chowk. So from the Suraj Pole, from the Sun Gate entrance, when they entered, they went to the Jaleb Chowk. And that is nothing but your main courtyard. So for this palace, that is the main courtyard. This area could be viewed by women from the windows of the palace. So for this main courtyard, what is the purpose? The women in the palace were not allowed to come out. They were not allowed to come out or see the commoners or move with anybody. So from this place, this area could be viewed. So this main courtyard could be viewed by the women from the windows of the palace, from the windows of the palace where the women were staying. They could view this main courtyard. From Jaleb Chowk, a beautiful stairway leads up to the main palace. So now the guide goes on to explain about how things are inside the palace. Like from the Jaleb Chowk, there is a nice stairway which will take us to the main palace. We were happy that the guide was with us as there were many narrow alleys and confusing turns. So as the palace was so big and there were a lot of alleys, alleys means the pathways, there were a lot of alleys and turns, left, right and so many things. It was confusing because Ria is not from Rajasthan. She is new to that place. So she felt it was confusing, but she felt that yes, they were happy, Ria and her father. Why? Because they hired a guide who helped them. He said, we have to go through this way next. Now we have to go through that way. He just helped them to go to each and every way. He took us through the various courtyard alleys, temples and the forts. So what happened was this guide was very much familiar with the place. So he took them through the various courtyards, the temples of the fort, inside the fort. So first they went to the Amber Fort. Inside the fort there is a palace. So along with the palace there is also a lot of alleys and there are a lot of temples also. So he took them to those temples. And what happened? What did they see inside that? These had brilliant mirror work and stone patterns. So as you can see in the picture, there were beautiful mirror work done and also lot of stone patterns. Stone patterns were engraved on the wall. So that was a very nice scene for Ria and her father to see. So when they went inside the temple, inside the fort, when they were going through the temple, they saw all these beautiful places. Our next stop was the Hawa Mahal. So after coming out of the Amber Fort, the next place of visit for Ria and her father was the Hawa Mahal. Okay, Hawa Mahal is nothing but it's called the Palace of the Winds. So now the guide, as they were going along with the guide, he goes on to explain about this particular place, which is, it was built by Maharaja Savai Pratap Singh in 1799. So this guide is giving them information as to who built this for this particular fort. It was built by Maharaja Savai Pratap Singh in 1799. So in that particular year, that particular Maharaja built this Hawa Mahal. So this Hawa Mahal is made of red and pink stones. So we saw in the previous fort, Amber Fort was made with pale yellow and pink stones. And so this Hawa Mahal was made of red and pink stones. So you can see the various, the different kind of art and architecture of our country, how they use different materials to build so many historical places. And from the outside it looks like a beautiful honeycomb. So she goes on to explain that this Hawa Mahal, if you see from outside, it looks like a nice honeycomb. If you see in this picture, you can see that it looks like a honeycomb. If you see a honey, when a honey builds its comb, it will come in a way. So if you see this Hawa Mahal, that will also resemble it like a honeycomb. Every room in this palace has different colored marble walls. So inside the palace, inside this Hawa Mahal, every room has different colored marble walls. So marble is a kind of a stone, and different color marbles. There are different colors of marbles. So they use that marbles for each room, different color marble walls were constructed. The royal ladies used to watch the processions and festivals from the 953 windows that were built for them. So the royal ladies, who lived in the palace, the royal family who lived in the palace, the ladies, when they have to watch any procession or any festivals that was going on in the street, they will not come out. Instead, through these windows, how many windows? 953 windows were there in this Hawa Mahal. Through these windows, this many windows were built, and they would watch these festivals and processions from these windows. They were not permitted to mix with the commoners. So in those days, during those times, the royal family ladies were not allowed to mingle with the common people. So that's how they were watching, that's how they have to stay in the palace and watch the processions and festivals. Then, since it was past lunchtime and we had breakfast long back, we were very hungry. Our driver suggested a restaurant that served traditional or Rajasthani food. So now that we have seen Amber Fort and Hawa Mahal, and we walked for a long distance, and we had we saw each and every part of these places. We were very tired and hungry because we had our breakfast so early in the morning. So Ria goes on to say that our taxi driver suggested us an authentic Rajasthani restaurant, like where they will serve us traditional Rajasthani food. So he suggested a very good restaurant for us. We were in for a pleasant surprise as the food was served on silverware. So when we went to the restaurant, it was a surprise for us. Why? Because we were served food on a silverware, on a silver plate, bowls and spoons and cutlery with cutleries, we were served food. So it was a very much surprising thing for us. The royal interiors with golden marble panels on the walls. So now she goes on to explain about the interiors of the restaurant where she went. It was like having a royal interior. Royal mean very grand and like a palace kind of a look. It was a restaurant, but still it had a look of a palace. It was very royal with golden and marble panels. It had a lot of golden and marble panels on the wall, and that took us back in time. So when we saw all these things in a restaurant, we were like as if we felt we are sitting in a palace and we are eating our food. So the way the interiors of this restaurant was so grand and magnificent, it was so grand that we thought we are sitting, and so royal that we thought we are sitting and eating in a palace. Now she goes on to explain what did she eat. She said they had pyaz ki kachori. So pyaz ki kachori is nothing but a deep fried flour dough filled with fried onion and spices. It's one of the authentic dish of Rajasthan. Then gatte ki sabzi, which is chickpea dumplings cooked in spicy sauce, and rice. So she just shared what was the menu for her lunch also. We also drank soothing, mildly flavored buttermilk. So that was also famous for, it would have been famous for that place, I guess. So she also said that we had a soothing, mildly flavored. It was not a plain buttermilk, it was with flavored buttermilk. The restaurant had an outdoor seating arrangement. So now she goes on to explain about the outdoor arrangement of the restaurant, how it was. It also, that is, the restaurant had an outdoor seating arrangement also, where we could go and sit. So we watched the beautiful sunset that evening. So what we did was, after eating, we went to that outdoor seating arrangement. We sat there and we watched the beautiful sunset that happened during that evening. We were all very happy to be eating such royal food in a superb place. So at the end, Ria was feeling so happy that she could eat such a royal food. The food was in a very royal, the place was looking royal, and she felt so happy to enjoy that moment. So then the next day, so now after that they came back to the hotel and they stayed there. And the next day, what did they do? We visited the City Palace. So there was another palace called the City Palace, which she went and visited. The Jantar Mantar, that was another place famous place in Rajasthan, which she and her father visited. And the Mansagar Lake. So the next place was a lake. So in the second day, she went on to visit City Palace, Jantar Mantar, and the Mansagar Lake. So the city of Jaipur is bright and colorful with beautiful palaces, temples, forts, and hills. So she goes on to explain that the city of Jaipur, it's very bright and it's beautiful and colorful with what? With palaces, forts, temples, hills. So with so many colors and with so many places, with so many monuments, it was a very beautiful and a very nice place to visit. I will write to you about the second day of our visit in my next letter. So she felt Ria. Till now she explained her first day of stay, and the second day she visited 3 places. So she is going on to say that whatever places I visited the second day, I will write in detail about it. Like she explained her first day places, right? About the Amber Fort, about the Hawa Mahal. She gave a detailed explanation. So similarly, about the places she visited on the second day, she is saying that I'll give you in the next letter. I hope you enjoyed reading my letter. I would love to know how your holiday went. So she is going on to explain that I hope you enjoyed reading my letter. I was very happy to share my experiences with you, and I hope you were also equally happy to read about my experiences. And she is also going on to inquire about how did Raja's holidays went? How did his holidays go? How did he spend his holidays? And then she ends the letter with a note, lots of love, Ria. So she is finishing the letter with the closure, which is with lots of love. She is writing the sender's name, Ria. So children, this is a very interesting non-fictional prose piece. You must have seen stories and poems, but this is a very different prose piece where you are learning about this new place, a place in a place Jaipur. What are all the different places to see? It talks about our monuments, our culture, the rich heritage of our country, how it goes on, and how Ria experienced all this. And not only her experience, she also shared her experience with her friend. It's not that she just kept it to herself, she shared it with her friend also. So children, with this we have come to the end of this video. I enjoyed reading this letter for you, and I enjoyed myself also because I came to know so much about Jaipur through this letter by reading with you. So I hope you also enjoyed this video. I will meet you all in the next video with another topic. Till then, thank you.